It's a 1-2 as they corner with 2 to jump, 500 to run, and the leader Bouncing Rhythm. After it, Wild Trista on the outside, and they've cleared away from Naruma Guy and Knock It Off. Coming towards the second last, Bouncing Rhythm in front, Wild Trista nearly level. Long break Naruma Guy. Here's the last one now, Bouncing Rhythm and Wild Trista. Wild Trista the outside, Bouncing Rhythm perhaps jumped it a little better. It's Bouncing Rhythm now by a length and a half to Wild Trista, who's under a lot of pressure. Second, Naruma Guy holds third. Bouncing Rhythm, though, after being tested by Wild Trista, kicks away on him with 100 metres to go. He's 2 lengths clear. Wild Trista won't give in, but Bouncing Rhythm's a length and a half clear, and Bouncing Rhythm wins it by that margin to Wild Trista, with third placing going to Naruma Guy, then Knock It Off fourth, followed by Kingston Campbell, and the other two are just cantering down to the line now. Booster Hooves, and last behind me, Sunday News, the one that took the fall, and he is cantering around riderless at the home straight. A Musical Spin locked away into the gates. Number 1 stall being left vacant here. Cat's Life has the outside barrier and is ready, so we're not too far away from a start. And attended him with Musical Spin. One getting agitated out there in stall 12. It's the one next to Air Shuttle. It's Jasila that's become upset there. Sister Agnes is right. So Beaver. It's 4 late scratchings. 4 late scratchings out of this race. Number 4 Veloci, number 6 Air Shuttle, 7 Amanda Hug and Kiss, and 12 Jasila have all been withdrawn. Numbers 4, 6, 7 and 12 are out, and 10 come on the wagon, also number 10. So that's 4, 6, 7, 10 and 12, all late withdrawals at 103. So bookmakers, please rule the line, and we'll have a betting announcement to follow the running of the race. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 late scratchings. So there'll be some betting deductions to come out of this race naturally. 4, 6, 7, 10 and 12 are all late withdrawals. And the rest of the field are standing up and ready to go. Now the light. Now the light's been switched on and the starter is about to send the remaining 2-year-olds on their way, and the gates are back and they're off. And Beaver Reef was a little slow to move. Musical Spin away quickly. Penny Serenade in the All Orange was away very fast as they settled into stride. Taringa is showing some pace in the early part, and so is Gold Change. Now they come past the 800 metre mark, and it's Gold Change running to the lead. Sister Agnes moved up quickly on the outside to be in second. Taringa just in behind them, followed by Penny Serenade. Going forward then is Cat's Life on the outside, and the red colours to be up about 5th behind it, Musical Spin. They're followed further back in the field by Cecile, making some ground over on the outside, followed by Orlindi, and Beaver Reef is last of all. They come towards the 300 metre mark now, and the leader is Gold Change. Gold Change against the rail by a length and a half to Sister Agnes. Taringa, Penny Serenade under the whip, followed by Cat's Life. Gold Change the leader. There's 100 metres to go. She's 2 lengths Penny Serenade and Sister Agnes. Gold Changes in front. Penny Serenade tried hard, but Gold Change all the way beats Penny Serenade. Musical Spin got up and grabbed third just in front of Sister Agnes. They're followed by Cat's Life, a gap, Cecile and Taringa, and behind those were Orlindi, and Beaver Reef was last of the field to complete the course. Pudgib on the inside stood up well. Summerico is next to it. 1,616 metres, and they're all in and set to go now. Ready to run. Pudgib on the inside. Starter is heading over to the platform now. It's gone start time, so they should be on their way any moment. Becco, the outside of the 11 runners. Big Mac stood in well with Millet. They're ready. Big Mac stands up okay. Next to Jen's Quest. They're off now. And Pudjib was the first to bounce out on the inside ahead of Big Mac, and Malay began fast in the early part. Becco drifts back a little, and he's settling at the tail end of the field, but they're tightly bunched, and Chevelle, after 200 metres, sped to the lead, and it's Chevelle by about a length and a half to Millet up in second placing. Big Mac is third on the outside, with Becco going forward but wide. In behind them, Pudjib, followed by Mr. Donizetti, and then Jen's Quest. Christian Ladder's a good way back in the field from Summer Echo, and Marine Grove on the outside is caught wide, 3 or 4 deep there, and is last of all. Chevelle, the leader, heading out to the 1,000-metre mark, a length and a half. Malay has got a lovely run right on the pace there. Third is Big Mac on the inside, and a length to Becco fourth. They're followed by Marine Grove, not happy with the pace, and is whipping around the outside to be more prominent, followed by Mr. Donizetti. Back behind those horses then is Pudjib on the inside of Jen's Quest. Christian Lad is next to last, and Summer Echo whipped the field in. M now about middle of the field, but travelling wide as they came to the home turn at the 600, and Chevelle led by 2 lengths to Millet. On the inside, Big Mac over racing, and then Marine Grove out wider. They're followed by Becco between horses. Then came Mr. Donizetti, pulled to the outside, and Christian Ladders behind him. Chevelle led down to the 400, a length and a half to Big Mac, who's quickly into the clear. Millet on the outside under the whip. They're followed by Pudjib, Marine Grove. Mr. Donizetti and Christian Ladder are still a fair way back as they get near the 200 metres, and Big Mac had moved up now and put the head in front of Chevelle. Millet can't go on. Pudjib is coming home fairly well, and then Christian Ladd. Big Mac the leader from Chevelle, and Pudjib on the outside. Big Mac in front, 50 to go. He's a length and a half clear, and Big Mac takes it out. Big Mac beat Pudjib and Chevelle. Back behind them, Christian Ladd and Mr. Donizetti, followed by Becco, then Jen's Quest. Marine Grove, Millet dropped right out of it. He's finished to the tail end of the field back there with Summer Echo, and Dem now was a long last. Stand by for numbers in the third of the afternoon. Big Mac, ridden by Stephen Baster, trained by Leon Corstens, has taken the race out. He did turn in a good run at Warrnambool last time out when he was caught out wide. Today, with the pacifiers off, Danzig's Pleasure is coming up into the line, and Beja Floor linking up to Completed on the outside, so they're set to go. All in, this is the first leg of the quaddie to Jack Collins. All in, Quietly Adamant on the inside in the green colours. Chicago Baby stood well. Off they go now at the 1400. A good start with Fayette, the first to bounce out ahead of Lindenark. Beja Floor. Instant got out quickly, is heading forward, and Quietly Adamant holds the rail as they settle fully now, and it's Instant taking up the running at the 1200. Led by a half, Beja Floor. Lindenark third. Quietly Adamant is fourth. Easing back to fifth then is Fayette, followed a length and a half away by Silent Bird. 2 lengths Danzig's Pleasure. Miss Cherie the outside, a length and a half or 2 to Chicago Baby. They're followed by Wisteria Walk. Miss Angelique. Rona is next to last, and 2 to Sunky Hinsa. They're flying. Instant the leader, a half, Beja Floor. 3 lengths further back, Lindenark. 1 Quietly Adamant the inside, and 2 Fayette. Another 2 to Silent Bird. 1 Danzig's Pleasure, and then came Miss Cherie. 2 Chicago Baby over on the inside of Wisteria Walk, and then Rona and Miss Angelique together, and 2 to Sunky Hinsa. Instant at the 550 swings the corner, and narrow leader. Beja Floor on her outside, and then Lindenark 2 lengths away. Quietly Adamant over on the inside. Fayette eases out for her run. Silent Bird comes wider, red sleeves and cap, and then Danzig's Pleasure, followed by Chicago Baby and Miss Cherie. Inside the 4 now, Beja Floor went to the lead, coming after it quickly Fayette and Lindenark. Danzig's Pleasure switching to the inside, wider out. Miss Cherie is coming home very quickly. It's Beja Floor, Danzig's Pleasure, Miss Cherie coming at them hard on the outside now. Miss Cherie takes Beja Floor with 100 to go. Miss Cherie draws away 2 on Beja Floor, and a good battle third, but Miss Cherie has bolted in. Miss Cherie first. Chicago Baby got up and got second from Beja Floor, and then Silent Bird, Fayette and Danzig's Pleasure with the gap to Rona. In behind those, Miss Angelique. A long break to Quietly Adamant. Lindenark weakened. Instant dropped right out in a fast run race, followed by Wisteria Walk and Tasunki Hinsa last all the way. Stand by for numbers here. Miss Cherie, ridden by Marie Payne, number 16, has taken it out. Came with a strong finishing run in the green and orange colours, and she's gone on for a good win. Number 16, Miss Cherie. Captorino the grey, and Pear. They've drawn the outside couple of gates here. Field of 15 to run. Pear coming up in the All-Series colours, and Captorino will complete it. Now Captorino linked in, and they're set to run. Light flashing, 1400, fifth of the day. Off they go. Jolly Tip, one of the first to bounce out. Break the Bank was out okay. Also, Ultra Smug began very quickly in the early part, and Recount looking for the lead early as they settled into stride. Piper's Piper is up there as well as they settle down and go past the 1200 with Captorino now. Captorino's cut the field off and leads by about a length and a half to Recount up second. Ultra Smug is ahead away third, and then Knockrow fourth, the outside two. Jolly Tip. Bond Rhythm isn't far away from the pace, followed by Pear. A length further back, Typhoon Barney. Placid Pete on the outside. Snow Court a half length away the rail. A length and a half, Break the Bank, followed by Cheeky Trent Bolster. Piper's Piper back one of the last as they came by this 800 metre mark. And now as they work up towards the home turn, it's Knockrow going around the outside to go to the lead. Our Poetic Star back last of all. Knockrow the leader before the home turn. Captorino is second. Pear is out wider when they swing the corner. Ultra Smug close to the rail, followed by Bond Rhythm. Typhoon Barney getting to the outside. Placid Peters very wide as they corner. Captorino and Knockrow with Ultra Smug coming at them on the inside. He's worked through to go to the lead. It's Ultra Smug drawing a length. Captorino's coming home well on the outside. Knockrow between them, and here's Typhoon Barney now. Typhoon Barney let loose, has moved up fast and gone to the lead. Typhoon Barney takes it. Here's Break the Bank running on, followed by Ultra Smug, Captorino, but Typhoon Barney's bolted away and eased up. He's going to win it very easily. Typhoon Barney by 4 lengths. Break the Bank second, Ultra Smug third, Captorino fourth, and then Jolly Tip, followed by Pear, and then Piper's Piper, Knockrow. Next Snow Court, followed by Bolster, and behind them Bond Rhythm, and then Recount towards the end of the field. Then the last three over the line were Cheeky Trent, back there with Placid Pete and Our Poetic Star. Well, that's won very easily. Typhoon Barney, in fact, Hall just allowed him the leisure of coasting the last 50 under his own steam, and he's won the race very, very easily. Number 7, Typhoon Barney, ridden by... They're off, and Flight Pattern began okay towards the inside in company with Whisperous. Crepitus began fast. Also showing some pace there is Mr. Feelgood, and they're stretched right across the track here. Belzig and Veering with Rainbow Division are coming to the grandstand, and Rye Hero's out with those horses as well. Over on the other side, they still stay well away from the rail as they come to the 850 metre mark, and it's Flight Pattern nearest the rail with the grey Crepitus heading him off to go to the lead now. Handy to them is Stenner. Mr. Feelgood is wider out. Kiora Star is in behind them with a gap to Whisperous. Last of the flat horses on the grandstand. Rainbow Division against the rail in company with Veering. They lead out to Belzig and Rye Hero, and Knight's Word is last of that division down the grandstand side. Crepitus and Flight Pattern together at the 400 metres. Mr. Feelgood is coming after them down the middle of the track with Belzig getting to the front on the grandstand side with Rye Hero. Flight Pattern, the 3-year-old, at the 300. He got out by about a length to Mr. Feelgood, Crepitus, and Rye Hero down the outside with Belzig, but Flight Pattern clear. 120 out. He's a couple clear from Belzig, Mr. Feelgood, and Rye Hero the outside, but Flight Pattern is going great guns, and Flight Pattern wins it well. Belzig second, Rye Hero third in front of Mr. Feelgood with a gap to Crepitus, and then Veering, Kiora Star, Rainbow Division, followed in by Stenner, which weakened badly. Then came Knight's Word, and a bad last was Whisperous. Stand by for numbers in the 6th event of the day. Flight Pattern has won very comfortably, number 8. And another filly, Pukahina. And we'll have them right. 2,000 metres for the 7th. Geelong tomorrow. The track is rated as dead, and the rail is out 8 metres for Geelong tomorrow. Bearskin comes up, completes the line-up for the 7th of the afternoon. They're ready to run. Mew Moo the inside. Bowlaird stood well. Off they go. Mew Moo began okay. Bello Senor headed it straight after the start with Fra Diavolo racing for the lead early. Prince Lear got away well. So did Dover Street. Small Spoils as they settled into stride with Leading Light dropping out with about 4 behind him heading to the 1700. Fra Diavolo the leader, a length and a half. Bello Senor. They're followed then by Prince Lear third. Fourth is Dover Street. Small Spoils to the outside, and Mew Moo back on the rails about 6th. A length and a half Exploding Force over on the outside from Spirit of Westbury. 2 Leading Light and a neck My Kahuna King, followed by Fairy Garden. Back behind them, Bowlaird, Pukahina next to last, and 2 to Bearskin by the 1400. And Fra Diavolo, the leader, has increased the break to a little over 2 lengths. Bello Senor looked to be pulling a bit second. 3/4 Prince Lear third, and then Mew Moo on the inside of Small Spoils, followed by Dover Street, and 2 lengths Exploding Force with the mouth open outside Spirit of Westbury. 2 Leading Light, My Kahuna King is around him. 1.5 to Fairy Garden, followed by Bowlaird, Pukahina, and 2 to Bearskin. Now as they head to the 1,000-metre mark, Fra Diavolo in front, led by a length and a half. Running second, Bello Signor on the inside of Prince Lear. Wonder Small Spoils out 3 wide now, and Mew Moo back on the inside from Dover Street, and then Exploding 4, Spirit of Westbury. Leading Light going through along the inside, followed then by Maikahuna King. Pukahina starts a run. Well back is Fairy Garden, Bearskin and Bow Laird. Fra Diavolo the leader from Small Spoils before the turn, within third placing Bello Signor, followed then by Prince Lear as they neared the home turn, followed by Mew Moo 2 lengths away, getting up along the inside of Leading Light when they corner. Dover Street pulls to the outside from Spirit of Westbury. In the straight now, Fra Diavolo the leader. Bello Signor throws out the threat, and on the outside of them, Small Spoils. Mew Moo running up behind them, and then Leading Light and Dover Street. It's Bello Signor and Fra Diavolo at the 300 metres, not much between them. Bello Signor racing a bit greenly, and Fra Diavolo, they're very tight together. 3 in front of Leading Light and Mew Moo. Fra Diavolo and Bello Signor, who's ducking about all over the place. It's Bello Signor on the outside. Fra Diavolo kicking back. Bello Signor in front. Bello Signor beat Fra Diavolo. Third placing is Mew Moo, holding on from Spirit of Westbury and Leading Light, and then Pukahina. Back behind those to finish in the race were Bow Laird, Dover Street, Prince Lear, and they're trailed by Maikahuna King. Next to finish was Bearskin, never came into it. Small Spoils dropped out. Fairy Garden and Exploding Force last of all. Well, Bello Signor is coming up near the outside, and Mount Arthur will be the last to come along. Alien Fella stood up well near the inside with Uncovered. Just the last to move in. Mount Arthur getting a lead up to the gates. Here's Mount Arthur coming up now. Moved into the gates, and they're set to run. All in. They're off now, and the starter set them away well. Uncovered towards the inside, jumped nicely and tries to find the lead early. Away quickly, Nick's Verdict, Scenic Heights, Eastern Court and Invictane is going very quickly as they settle down now. And now it's Invictane running to the lead in the early stages. Settles by about 2 lengths. Mount Arthur came across to get into second, and Eastern Court is third. They're followed further back then by Scenic Heights, now fourth on the outside of Uncovered. About a length and a half further back, Alien Fella over on the rails. With it too is Piron Lad on the outside there, with Nick's Verdict between horses. Couple of lengths to Violent Storm and Arc Oriosa together. Being trailed by Our Imposing on the rail, and also with those is Minesweeper, followed by Recommittal, Wesley Boy. Towards the end, Self-Indulged, and York Minster is last of all. At the 1,000-metre mark, Invictane a length and a half, Mount Arthur. Third, Eastern Court, followed then by Scenic Heights, and 3 wide, Piron Lad. Uncovered back on the rail from Nick's Verdict. A length, Alien Fella, Minesweeper and Violent Storm together. One further back is Recommittal deep from Arc Oriosa and Our Imposing the rail. Then came Wesley Boy, Self-Indulged and York Minster. The grey is last of all coming up towards the turn. Invictane stays on the rail. Scenic Heights and Piron Lad come a bit wider when they swing around the home turn. Just behind those horses, Eastern Court is saving ground, sticking right to the fence. Mount Arthur just behind them, followed by Violent Storm. Nick's Verdict peels to the outside, Uncovered next under the whip, and Minesweeper out wider. Eastern Court dash to the lead inside the 400 metres. Our Imposing is coming up on the rail. Piron Lad wider out. Minesweeper and Nick's Verdict are coming right down the outside. Minesweeper's come with a big burst to tackle Eastern Court. Minesweeper out wide, and Eastern Court from Nick's Verdict. Minesweeper the leader though, draws clear. Our Imposing battling along on the rail, but Minesweeper draws away to win it well. Eastern Court second, Our Imposing third, Nick's Verdict fourth, and then came Self-Indulged, who ran on fairly from Violent Storm, Mount Arthur, Piron Lad, Alien Fella. Next to finish, Arc Oriosa, Uncovered, Invictane, and then came Scenic Heights towards the end. Recommittal, Wesley Boy, and York Minster was last all the way. Minesweeper sweeping right down the outside has got the prize, number 1. Ridden by Stephen Valerie's done a good job with 58 kilos. Number 1, Minesweeper, coming clear for a good win in the run home. Second goes